Skill Hands Sounds, the podcast for Skill Hands Organization. I'm Isa, and today we're here with Sheila, the founder of Skill Hands Organization. Now, I've got a question for you. You're a mom. How do you think after-school clubs benefit kids?
It benefits them in many ways. When I look at my daughter particularly, because she is into craft, she's a performer, I'd say, and when I look at her, I see confidence. And I see confidence in the right way, because she's currently in a ballet class and she does karate as well.
Oh, lovely.
You only need to shine a spotlight on her and then you can see her move. So I think that she has built her confidence through after school clubs. And I'm looking at our after school club you're trying to bring in here to Skill Dance, which is craft. And it happens to be, I think that it will be the perfect one for creative kids or even children who are looking at getting creative, because craft has too many benefits and boosting confidence is one of the many benefits of craft. After school club on its own is very, very beneficial, and even if parents is listening to me today, is one thing that we need to be looking at if we're looking at building confidence in our digital age today where all the children are glued to screens. This is another way of winning them off the screens.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Getting them hands-on on something tangible, something positive, something that can make a positive impact in their own lives, as well as make raising children very easy. Because it's difficult in this age, raising children, the kind of things they consume on the screens. You can't stop them. You can only check it to a point, but you cannot stop them. So I think the best thing we can do, or the best gift we can give to our children, is try and get them off the screens. And getting them off the screens is rather replacing something else in there, because we can't take them off and leave that vacuum there.
Exactly.
Something has to be there.
Exactly.
So what are we looking at putting there? And as Skill Dance, we're saying craft is another way, because craft has too many benefits that parents need to tap into for our kids.
Absolutely. Something like crafting workshops. Use that time, use that vacuum to make something productive as well, and they get to improve all their skills. Any other benefits that you want to talk about? Yeah,
mental health is one of the things that sometimes we overlook, because we tend to think that mental health only has to do with the adults, but a lot of children are suffering it, and we don't catch it at the early stages. We only see when they've grown, and then we see the results of it in their attitudes and all of that. So craft has been proving to have great therapeutic benefits.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So mental health is one of them. And we've been running craft workshops here for nearly 7 years. Personally, I love craft. I've been a crafter for over 30 years. I see the benefits. We cannot hide from the stresses of life. And I go through it. A lot of people go through it. When I'm stressed, I just pick up a craft and I see the benefits. So I can firsthand talk about the benefits of craft because I've experienced it. And I've experienced a lot of women in our usual craft workshops talk about the benefits, the mental health issues, the people who've been depressed, who've come here and said, oh, your workshops have helped me. One significant testimonial I cannot overlook is a lady who came here who couldn't use her limbs. And this is a medical condition. But she stayed with us for a year, did our jewelry making class. And every time she's trying to pick up a bead, I remember very well that when she came here, her beads will always fall because she couldn't grab. But after a year, she could pick it up and do craft, and she could do multiple bracelets within an hour. So that is how beneficial craft is. But I think we've not spoken about it enough for people to know how beneficial it is. So it has too many benefits, we can't overlook it. And I think it's about time we let our children benefit some of these things. One major thing is, I remember as I was growing up, my mom used to make our clothes, and I'll stand over her shoulder and watch what she's doing. Some of these life skills have been taken away from us. And I think that you can tell a child to fix a button or fix a hem, or do, even not a child, an adult, and they can't do it because it's been taken away from us, and rather the screens have come to replace. If we are benefiting positively from the screens, that's a good thing. But most of the time, we don't seem to benefit from them. Children are being bullied online, so many things is happening. And another thing is, I say that a skill is something you can never take from somebody, or knowledge is something you can never take from somebody. You can do everything else to them, but once they know how to do something, you can't take it away from them. wherever you find yourself on the surface of the earth, if you don't have the usual job, like getting up and going to work and all of that, and you have a skill, you can make money for yourself. Definitely you will not go hungry, because you'll be able to do something and sell it to somebody, or you'll be able to give a service to somebody and make money in the end. So I think that giving these kind of skills to our children at this age is a massive gift we can think about.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I feel like even in this day and age, well, slowly but surely, people are actually starting to go towards crafts more as well. I know a lot of people who craft because it makes them feel better, because it gets their mind off of things, it helps them focus better. And I feel like that kind of return back to crafting as a sort of helping hand for mental health. I feel like that's thanks to crafters like you as well, who tend to spread the word and get other people to join in your activities as well.
Exactly. I think it's something that as a community or as a country, I don't know if it's possible for them to find a way of bringing it in. It would be very helpful. Recently we had a workshop for NHS staff.
Oh, lovely.
And as I watched some doctors walk in, and nurses and health professionals walking, I was surprised at the feedback they gave in the end, saying we really needed this. You know, sometimes we get on with work and we are like roller coasters, just keep going, forgetting ourselves, forgetting to take some time for ourselves and revive or revitalize.
Oh yeah.
And I'm saying craft is the best way to do, because I've seen too many positive results to overlook craft and say something else. Obviously something else could do it, but I'm saying craft is definitely the way to look. 100%. If you're thinking of your mental health, if you're thinking of having some skills that is not just skills you're having, but skills that can make money for you in the end. There's so many benefits that comes with it. So yeah, crafts should be something that everybody should be looking at.
So Sheila, you were talking about the workshops that Skilled Hands offers, and I know that Skilled Hands is also offering after-school workshops. Could you tell me a bit more about those?
So the after-school workshops happen in the hours of 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. It's just an hour and a half on each day. So on every day there is a craft workshop happening. On Tuesdays is for sewing, on Wednesdays for jewelry making, on Thursdays for bag making, on Fridays for hats or millinery. And once you show interest in the workshop, we'll send you an e-registration link, and then you do your registration there. You can reach out to us either via email or on phone. And I believe that they're going to be leaving the link somewhere around the video. You can also check on our website for more details regarding the after school club. But basically reach out to us with an interest, and then we'll send you an e-registration link where you would send all your details, an application form online. And then once we received it, we will send you a payment link. So this is a paid workshop. It's a £65 every month paid workshops. So you get 4 blocks of workshops in a month. So let's say if you're going for the jewelry making, which is currently on Wednesdays, every Wednesday you'll be meeting from 5 to 6:30, and then you have 4 workshops in a month. However, if you want to sign multiple children on, we have sibling discounts. Yes, and if you introduce somebody as well, there's a discount over there as well. And
that's perfect.
Yeah, if you're looking at doing more than one workshop, saying if you want to do sewing and millinery, or sewing and jewelry making, there's a discount there as well. So instead of paying 2 lots of £65, you're looking at paying like £100 for 2 workshops. So those are the kind of discounts we put in there. We're thinking about the parents a lot, whilst we think about the children. And we want to be able to provide the best service for them. What we do is basically typically in a typical jewelry making class, which is currently running, we put all the materials out. We give children the opportunity to pick up the materials or the colors or whatever they want to use. We give them the opportunity to select with their own creativity in mind, thinking of what I want to make of them. So there's a lot of things that go on in here, hoping to build up their confidence as well as hoping to build up their creativity, and hoping that whatever they get from us will become very useful to them in the future. So it's not just thinking about the now, it's thinking about the future for them and building relationships with other children as they come here and as we meet. So yeah.
That's beautiful, because it gives them the freedom, the choice to do anything that they would like, and then they just get to develop themselves in their own way. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love this
Yeah.
opportunity
Yeah.
that you're offering them.
Yeah. If I was a child, I'll definitely pick up a craft workshop.
Same.
It's not just because I love craft, but when I look at the benefits, I think that this should be one of the things that parents should be looking at for children.
Sheila, you said that Skilled Hands has been around for 7 years, right? Could you tell me a bit more about workshops that you've already conducted? How have those gone?
Okay, so Skilled Hands has actually been running for nearly 7 years. I think it's 6 years, 10 months now. Yes.
Close enough.
And we've organized 5 workshops since it started across dressmaking, bag making, soap making, jewelry making, and millinery. And some of these courses or workshops are what are really bringing for the children, but we are trying to tailor it to their age group. So after school workshop is for children between the ages of 8 to 16. I think it's right that I mentioned that. Children between the ages of 8 to 16. Recently we've rolled out our jewelry making class, and we've had 2 sessions already. That is not to say that you can't join us because it started, because this is a rolling workshop, so you can join at any time. But our 2 workshops that has been rolled out, the feedback has been very, very positive. And the children were excited about it. One thing that I keep hearing is, I can't wait when it's a Wednesday. Yeah, because they're always looking forward to create something beautiful. I think our first workshop was a resin project where the children did bookmarks, and some of them did key rings and an earring. Yeah. So it's been very interesting. Just yesterday, because we meet on Wednesday, so Wednesday, they worked with polymer clay, and some of them also did key rings. I think all of them did key rings. It was beautiful, the kind of things they did. Mickey Mouse and wood rat. Is it a wood rat? I hope I'm getting it right. And the mushroom, something.
That's
Seriously.
adorable.
So it's a creativity. It's just thinking about something and producing it, through whatever medium you're using on that day. And it was beautiful looking at them trying to bring their imagination to life. It's so beautiful. And you don't know what somebody can actually do until you see them do it. And I'm looking at little children or young minds talk about something, I want to do this, and then the next moment you see it's there. It's so beautiful. And when the moms came to pick them up, they were excited about the things they've done. Yes, and I was very impressed at the thing. There was a lot to talk about. The age difference currently is, we have 8-year-olds and we have 12-year-olds, but they relate beautifully, that kind of thing. And that is what we're looking at, promoting unity amongst ourselves, trying to build a community of children who can relate well. That's another thing that the screen is taking away from us. Children hardly relate because they're always watching the screen instead of talking like I'm doing with you. We used to have that a lot back in the days when screens were not common. People would rather talk to each other than be glued to the screen. So we don't create any relationship. There is no bonding. There is not, and it's beginning to affect our society. So there's a lot going on. But so far the workshop has been brilliant. Like I said, Wednesdays for jewelry making is been rolled out, but that doesn't mean you can't join in. You can join in at any time, and we're doing beautiful products. Children get to take their products away with them every day. So every day something new is being done, and they get to take it away. My daughter is part of the class, and she takes hers to school all the time, showing it to her teachers.
Adorable.
Yes. The last time she took her bookmark in, people said, I doubt you did this. So that tells you the kind of craft we're doing here. And some of the feedback was, one of the girls said, I wasn't expecting this. This is top quality craft. So just to give you an idea of what we do here, is not the kind of doodling craft you're talking about. It's something tangible that can be used in our daily lives. That those are the kind of craft we do here. And it's so beautiful looking at young minds trying to do things that can be used in today's world. I like to train my children to be masters of themselves, like to be able to work and earn for themselves, and that is how I bring them up, because I see that life as easier, because that is what I do. So I try to grow their business sense and their business minds, and I see my daughter split it up quick. I keep talking about my daughter because she's that you get it. She's in your face, but in a beautiful way. Like she talks about my business in school and all of that. So I pick up that she's a good marketer. She'll talk to you now and sell something to you. So I want to be able to grow that sense of it in children, not just creating something, but creating it to be able to make money. I know they are young now, but teach them so that they have that skill of making money. growing up and making money and saving money and doing something better with what they make. And that is what I'm thinking about. So another thing we're looking at is not just creation. We're looking at the end of the year, bringing them into our red carpet events where they get to exhibit the things they've done and possibly make a sale out of the things they've done throughout the year. So it's a lot of things going on throughout the school craft.
And there's also like, building their confidence as well. Like you said, your daughter's there promoting your business. She feels confident enough to talk. And I feel like that's a testament to how good crafting is, how good these events are to building these kids' confidences. Oh, this is making me want to craft. Would you open up a workshop for uni students by any chance?
Definitely. Something we're looking at doing is something we're building in the background, but everything boils down to funding and getting the money to be able to do these things. Everything is gone up in price. Craft supplies has increased, the prices, everything is increased. So we're looking at ways to be able to bring the kind of craft we do here to the community, to every door, to every household. We'll be happy to have skilled hands as a household name, not only in Nottingham and not only in the United Kingdom, but around the world, because I love craft and I know what craft can do, and I believe that craft can do a lot of changes around the world.
Yeah, definitely, very true. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Sheila. It's been lovely having this conversation with you, and everyone should go home and craft.
Yeah.